Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The DTC P0034 indicates a low voltage issue within the turbocharger bypass control solenoid valve circuit. This solenoid valve plays a critical role by controlling the airflow in the turbocharger system, thereby enhancing engine performance and efficiency. Located near the turbocharger, the solenoid valve operates in conjunction with the powertrain control module, PCM, to optimize boost pressure. A malfunction in this area can lead to performance issues or even engine damage if not addressed. Understanding the system layout is essential in troubleshooting. The DTC P0034 to determine if the issue stems from the solenoid valve itself, the wiring, or possibly the PCM. The diagnostic process will guide technicians through various checks and tests to pinpoint the source of the low voltage. DTC P0034 refers to the turbocharger bypass control solenoid valve circuit low voltage. The turbocharger bypass control solenoid valve is pivotal in regulating airflow, facilitating optimal turbocharger operation. It is positioned adjacent to the turbocharger and integrates directly with the engine management systems, particularly the powertrain control module, PCM. When this component fails or operates under abnormal conditions, it can compromise engine performance and efficiency. Such failures can lead to decreased horsepower, potential engine stalling, or triggering of various warning indicators. It's essential to understand this system's functionality and location to effectively troubleshoot the DTC P0034. There are several potential causes for DTC P0034. Firstly, the turbocharger bypass control solenoid valve itself may be faulty, which could result in low voltage readings. Alternatively, damaged wiring or poor connections between the solenoid and the powertrain control module, PCM, could be causing communication failures. The PCM itself might also be at fault. If it fails, it cannot properly control the solenoid valve. Another common issue is a blown fuse in the circuit that powers the solenoid. Each of these causes must be inspected and ruled out during the diagnostic process to restore proper function to the turbocharger system. DTC P0034 can exhibit various symptoms that point towards a malfunction in the turbocharger bypass control solenoid valve circuit. One prominent symptom is decreased engine performance, where the vehicle may feel less responsive or powerful during acceleration. Increased turbo lag is another significant indicator, as a malfunctioning solenoid may cause delayed boost response, making the vehicle difficult to drive smoothly. Drivers may also notice the check engine light illuminated on their dashboard, indicating a need for service. In severe cases, the engine may stall or experience rough idling due to unpredictable turbo behavior. Recognizing these symptoms early can be crucial for timely repairs. The first troubleshooting step involves verifying the problem by operating the vehicle's ignition system. Start by turning the ignition to the on position, allowing all systems to initialize. Next, connect the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, to clear any existing diagnostic trouble codes, DTC, from the PCM. After clearing, turn the vehicle off completely before turning it back to the on position again. At this point, you will select the TC Bypass Control Solve Test within the HDS's Function Test menu to assess the functionality of the turbocharger solenoid. Finally, check if DTC P0034 appears as either pending or confirmed. If it shows, proceed to the next troubleshooting step. If not, the issue may be intermittent, requiring a closer look at connections and terminals. For the second step, you'll need to start with the vehicle turned off. Disconnect the 2P connector from the turbocharger bypass control solenoid valve to isolate the component from the circuit. After disconnection, measure the resistance between the designated test points on the solenoid side. The expected resistance should be between 30 and 34 ohms at room temperature. This measurement is crucial as it indicates whether the solenoid valve is functioning within specified parameters. If your resistance reading falls outside this range, it suggests that the solenoid may be defective, necessitating its replacement. If the solenoid is functional, you will proceed to the next step in the troubleshooting process. In this third step of troubleshooting, the focus shifts to checking the fuse associated with the turbocharger solenoid valve circuit, specifically fuse number A42. This fuse protects against electrical shorts or overloads, so verifying its condition is crucial. If the fuse is intact and operational, you may move on to the next troubleshooting step. However, if the fuse is blown, it indicates a potential short circuit in the wiring between the solenoid and the fuse itself. In such cases, you will need to repair any shorts in the circuit before replacing the blown fuse. Ensuring the fuse is restored to proper working order is vital for the circuit to function seamlessly. Step 4 involves checking for any open circuits within the wiring. Start by turning the vehicle ignition to the on position while keeping the connector of the turbocharger bypass control solenoid valve disconnected. Measure the voltage across the defined test points. It is essential to confirm that battery voltage is present at this stage, as this indicates that the circuit is complete and functional. If you do not detect battery voltage, it signifies an open circuit that interrupts the electrical flow. In this case, you will need to investigate and repair any breaks in the IG1 ACG, IG1 ACG, or IG1 ABV wires, reinforcing the connectivity for optimal operation. The final troubleshooting step involves checking the wiring for any shorts, specifically the ABV wire. Begin by turning the vehicle ignition to the off position to reset the systems. Use the HDS to jump the SCS line, which actuates system checks and waits for over 1 minute. Once that is complete, disconnect the PCM connector, ADP, to isolate the computer system. You'll now measure the continuity between the test points on the solenoid valve and body ground. If continuity is detected, it indicates a short in the ABV wire that requires repair. On the other hand, if there's no continuity, the ABV wire is likely functioning properly, and further investigation may be necessary, including checking any authorized service information or substituting with a known good PCM. After completing all identified troubleshooting steps and making necessary repairs, it's crucial to verify that the issue has been resolved. Start by rechecking for any signals of DTC P0034 using the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, to confirm that no codes are present. Following this, perform a function test of the turbocharger bypass control solenoid valve to ensure it's operating correctly within expected parameters. A test drive of the vehicle is essential to validate the repairs under real-world conditions. During the drive, monitor for the absence of any previous symptoms or warning indicators. Achieving a pass in all these checks signifies a successful resolution of the DTC issue. Preventive maintenance for the turbocharger system can greatly extend its lifespan and enhance performance. Regular inspections of the wiring and connectors are important, as they can deteriorate over time, potentially leading to electrical issues like those causing DTC P0034. Additionally, check any vacuum connections related to the turbo system. Leaks in these areas can adversely affect boost and engine performance. Keeping an eye on turbocharger performance metrics is essential to catch issues early, before they escalate to significant problems. Lastly, don't hesitate to replace any components that show signs of wear or malfunction to maintain optimal turbo operation and prevent costly repairs down the line. In conclusion, understanding the roles and functions of the turbocharger bypass control solenoid valve is critical for effective troubleshooting of DTC P0034. By following each diagnostic step systematically, technicians can accurately identify the source of low-voltage issues and rectify them effectively. Preventive maintenance plays a vital role in sustaining the health of the turbocharger system, emphasizing the importance of regular inspections and timely replacements. Ultimately, ensuring all components are functioning correctly will not only optimize performance, but also enhance vehicle safety and longevity. Being proactive in addressing such issues will lead to a more reliable driving experience for Honda Accord owners. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time!